Drew Dober and Jean Silva. I know I said that a little bit French. In the UFC's lightweight division, up a weight class on like 2 weeks' notice. When did John Silva last fight? Anybody know? It was last week. It was last week. My guy fought Charles Jourdain at UFC 303 7 days ago. 7 days ago. Knocked out a guy that has never been knocked out. 7 days ago. He only has one win by decision in the history of his MMA career against Kevin Vallejos, who has the most crazy chin I've ever seen, who also has a really crazy chin. Drew, you're correct. Congratulations, you are correct. It is Drew Dober. Drew Dober has an insane chin. An insane chin. And I'm not just saying, he's able to eat a punch. He just has a really good chin. Pause. Pause. But I do feel like this is going to go to a decision. I don't know why. John Silva, I've never seen him cracked. I've never seen anyone land a punch on him where he's been wobbled. And I know you can say that about anybody until they get in there with the man, the myth, the legend, Drew Dober, and then he's able to wobble you. Sure. I've never seen John Silva cracked. Seen him crack a lot of his opponents. I've seen Drew Dober crack a lot of his opponents. John's never been finished. Drew Dober has, obviously, he's coming off the knockout loss to Frivola, able to come back with a win. Then he got out-wrestled by Renato Moicano. But I don't believe Jean Silva is going to get knocked out here, like a lot of people are saying. And that's insane. He's the favorite on Tapology. Wow, he's the favorite on the betting odds too. Wow. That's interesting. That is interesting. Another guy coming in on like a week or two notice. A natural featherweight. He's going to be a lot smaller. He might be a little bit better technically. But Drew Dober is a southpaw. It's a hard thing to train for. Just on short notice. You're not training for it for a full 8-week camp. He's a southpaw. You got to get used to that first. And the fact that he's bigger, he's stronger, he's more powerful. I don't think he's going to finish him. Like everyone's saying, there's no way this goes to a decision. I think it does. I think it very, very well could go to a decision. John's never been finished. And I think John is gonna crack Dober at one point in this fight. But it's going to be so hard for John to just pour on that pressure fully, knowing that Drew Dober can easily come right back on with some crazy shots of his own. That's the main thing. If Drew Dober is able to crack John, John has the power to knock out Dober with an uppercut, like we saw against Charles Jourdain, and with a flurry combination. So he's not going to be too willing to just come into that fire and get cracked by John. John's not going to be too willing to come into that fire and Drew and get knocked out by him. Not going to be a boring fight. I'm not saying they're not going to come into that fire just because they're afraid. I'm saying when one of them is hurt, they're just going to be hurt. Oh, I'm hurt. And they're going to be there. The other guy is going to be like, oh, shoot, he's hurt. He's dangerous. Every fighter knows if you hurt a guy and they're not like fully out of it, they're still kind of there, they're so dangerous. Because they're out of it a little bit, but they're still not out of it enough to where they can still throw a haymaker at you. And it's not a technical haymaker. It's a wild one. You don't know where that's going to land and how hard that's going to land. So it's so dangerous to go into those situations. It's going to cause some pauses here. When John hurts Drew, when Drew hurts John, whatever the case may be. Such a close fight, though. I do have Drew Dober by a 29-28 decision. Fight of the night. This is my most look forward to fight on this UFC fight night. I'm going to go Drew Dober, unanimous decision.